serving as Vice President of the Student Government Association here at Hillsborough while working full-time as an outreach coordinator at the Children's Board. I mean, how you gotta love that, right? So thank you, Tim, for being with us today. You know, I also want to thank my good friend, Grace Nelson, who I love and adore, who's sitting over there. Florida Democratic Party Chair Terry Rizzo, Mayor Jane Castor, Property Appraiser Bob Henriquez, Representative Fentress Driscoll, Representative Susan Valdez, Representative Adam Hattersley, Councilman Vieira, Congresswoman Kathy Castor. There we go, all your representatives. Yeah, everybody's down here. Hi. Hello. Thanks for being with us again. So, hello, Tampa. You know, as a community college professor myself, I'm so happy and excited to be here at Hillsborough Community College. I love the teachers. Thank you, teachers, for being here for me. I appreciate that. You know, at the start of this campaign, I never imagined, probably you didn't either, that we would all be, you know, sitting here at a car park, you know, at a car rally, and yet here we are. So I can't tell you how glad I am to be here and to be with all of you, to hear, to see, and hear so much excitement from my husband, Joe. And you know, I forgot to introduce my two granddaughters who are here. Oh, there they are, Naomi and Natalie, who are standing in the back. Do you want to come out and wave to everybody? Thanks, that was a great welcome. You know, I teach writing and English, and over the course of this campaign, you know, I've thought a lot about the words we use, you know, to tell the stories about ourselves and how our words shape our world. And Donald Trump actually has always known the power of words. You know, he spent an entire lifetime attempting to lie and cheat his way into success and prestige and most of all, profit. You know, he tried... Somebody agrees with me. So he tries to alter reality simply by renaming it, denigrating anybody who stands up to him, trying to just sort of wish this pandemic away. He says the virus has turned a corner. Have you seen the numbers this morning on the news? Turned the corner? No. Instead, Donald Trump has turned his back on us. Donald Trump wants to tell you a story about this country, that truth doesn't matter, that decency doesn't matter, that our voices don't matter. He wants us to believe that that's who we are, that we're hateful and angry and divided. But he's wrong, isn't he, Tampa? Democrats and Republicans, factory workers and nurses, military parents and educators from every corner of this country. We all want the same things, to work hard and make a good life for our families. But we can't do that right now. We can't do that right now. We can't do that because we're losing our jobs. And look at how many lives have been lost to this pandemic. Because we're staying at home or working on the front lines without protection. We're all worried about paying our bills and whether our children will be safe when they go to school. We aren't divided. We're just trying to survive the chaos of Donald Trump's America. But while this president tries to talk his way out of his responsibility, Joe Biden is a man of his word. Over the years of our marriage, a lot has changed. But what has never changed is the character of the man I married. He's the man who came home every single night from Washington, D.C. to tuck our kids into bed while I studied for my doctorate. He's the man who gives his cell phone number to grieving parents because he needs them to know that even though their hearts are shattered, they're not alone. The man who went back to work 4 days after our son Beau's funeral because he knew the American people needed their vice president. He's been knocked down, but he always gets back up. His strength is unstoppable. His faith is unshakable because it's not in politicians or political parties or even himself. It's in the providence of God. It's in the potential of our country. It's in you. It's in us. Joe Biden will be a president for all Americans. And Joe has a plan to end this pandemic, to rebuild, to reimagine a future that's better than ever. So right now, I want to take you into Joe Biden's America because that's what we're going to have in 2 more days. So picture it. It's a beautiful morning. You wake up and you're sipping your morning coffee. You pick up the paper and the headline isn't about some late night tweet storm. Instead, it's about our children who will benefit from universal pre-kindergarten, and we will be putting more funding into our public schools. I know, that's my favorite. You turn on the television, and the anchors aren't talking about the spikes in the COVID virus. Instead, they're talking about the millions of good-paying jobs that we're creating and reporting on how we're making prescription drugs more affordable. And when those TV anchors turn to the President of the United States, you don't change the channel. You call in your kids from the other room because you want them to hear what the President of the United States has to say. A commander-in-chief you can trust. An administration who brings people together instead of tearing families apart. A president and a vice president that you can feel proud of, who brings out the best in us. That's Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. But if we want to get to that future, then this is it. There are no do-overs. We can't sit back and watch what happens. We have to decide what happens. powerful than we know, especially here in Florida. If we win here, there's no stopping us. So tell me, Tampa, are you ready to vote? Hey, let's do it today and then get involved. I know you're busy and I know you're stretched so thin, but this election is too important to not do every single thing we can, because one conversation can change a mind. One vote could be the difference between winning and losing a state. And one state, this state of Florida, could decide our future for generations to come. So will you be that vote? Will you join us now? Will you stand with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? Because with you by our side, I know that we are going to win this election on Tuesday. So thank you.